All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Break. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Go. 2.
They'll run on first down. It's Bryant. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Bring it. Bring it.
Second and 1. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Patriots.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Let's go.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. And now he'll tuck it and run. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
90 Wolf. What we got? What we got? What we got? 59 Mike. 59 Mike. Check. 59. Set the tone, defense. Defense.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. It's a foot race. 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Patriots.
Down. 18 Gators. Watch the flag. 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 Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Yellow, on go line. They can't hang with us. He's crashing. He's checking crack.
On first down, McFarland. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Yellow. Go on, Eddie. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
They'll run on first down. McFarland, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
15. Don't be scared of it. Hey, check Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It
certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down now, it's Bryant, and not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. 10 logo. Tackle. 58, come on. Hey, high 7. Check back. 58, boy, 58, Mike. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Two times. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Mahomes now to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got his man, that's Hardman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 43. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On first down, McFarland. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Check back. Yellow. Watch the run.
From the 39, Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He is going to find Hill here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run on first down. McFarland. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Patriots' 29-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 6. Hey, check.
To throw, it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, No more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Yellow, on the line. Get ready, get ready. Yellow. Hey, check right, check right.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience. Yeah. You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
58, Mike. He's tired of me. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You must be. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Charlie. It's going to be a long day. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Don't get nervous. 58.
Second and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So now third and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Be gripping.
He'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want easy. You don't want to see me.
Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
58, right over there. Right over there.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Now, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Got it. 58. 58's the mic. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Hey, zoom. 58 is the mic. Go 58. Get it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my alpha. 58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. So don't say nothing. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Looking to throw. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Bravo. And 58 is a Mike. Ready?
Back to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry.
Come on, set. 94.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. 23 yards the pickup there.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Yellow. I'm going. Hey, Ripley. I'm coming after you.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score. Chiefs 42. Patriots nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Muscling free near the 40. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. 58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 50.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Brian. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. It's been a long day for you.
2nd and 4. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st down, Patriots.
60 outlaw. 58, come on. You can't block. Hey, Foxtrot. You can't block me. 58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. Watch the slant. Go.
They're going to look to throw. That is caught at the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Well, 58 is the mic. And we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
2nd and 14. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. I got one. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
They'll drop the throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Go 58's the mic. Cut.
On 4th down, Stanley. Now that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Boy, what a job there. 4th down that far away from the end zone just to get it in, get that done.
An unlikely result, but it occurred nonetheless. But a terrific play. Great way to finish and in the end zone.
And the defense has to be scratching their heads, right?
That's usually to their advantage. In that situation, they should be able to make a play on the ball. But instead, it turned out to be a touchdown, and they've got to go figure it out on their sideline. This
will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On play action, it's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch QB drop. Yellow. 56 to Mike, boys.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over.
On the ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 58, right over there. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Yes. Watch the pass. 58 to Mike, 58. 58.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Go. 58, come on. Defense.
They'll look to throw. Looking for Harry. He got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Hey, 58 is to Mike. Go 58 to Mike. I'm coming for you. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Now, here's 2nd and 8. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Mike, 58. Rabbit. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Watch the out. Hey! 58 to Mike. Go 58 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
He'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it? Should they not? Is it the right play call? Is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
On 1st down, McFarland. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Joejuan Williams. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. 58's the money. 58's the money. Lee Griffin.
They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And a Patriot first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 24. They'll look to throw here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Come on, set. 10-2 soft. 58 right there. Too little, Cupcake.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Catch is made by Harry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watch the slant. Hey, wahoo! Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. 58's the mic. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Orbit. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Yo. Shoot.
Back to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Hey, echo. 65. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. I got wide. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Exit. 58, boys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
A 4th quarter score from the Meadowlands. And the Giants have taken the lead there late in that game. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Got a man open, that's Harry. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Smooth. 58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it. Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bryant. 23 yards, the final tally. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Go, go. 58's Mike, 58. 58's Mike. Let's go. Hey, 58 is a Mike. Go 58's the Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 5.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now the catch made by Hilton. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Ready? 60 or. Let's pick it up. It's our time. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Let's get off the field. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58's the Mike. Look at me. Zipper. Get it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton once again the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Mike, 58 right there. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Ready?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New England, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.